presentation that was put together by Govinda Prabhu of the North European BBT. This is the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita as it is. This is the end of the purport to verse 2, I think. Let's see. I used to have the numbers written down. I don't think I have, yeah, thank you. I don't think I have the numbers written down anymore for this, but let me find this for you. This is quite... Yeah, this is the very last words of the purport to text 1. This realization is made possible by working with the fruitive being situated in the fixed conception of the real self. Would someone like to explain to me the meaning of this sentence? Would anyone else like to volunteer? How many of you are able to make clear sense of this, can clearly understand it? Or somewhat understand it? How many think you can more or less get the meaning here? Show of hands. Anyone? How many of you are scratching your heads and wondering what it means? Okay, I see a lot of hands there. Back in the old days, it was like a typical question in Bhagavad Gita. Prabhu, could you explain what this sentence means? And devotees would do their best. Recently, there's someone on the internet who's written quite a long essay explaining how this makes perfectly good sense. And if you don't understand it, then there's something wrong with you, because there's perfectly clear what this all means. God bless him. This is the original manuscript. And this realization is possible by working with fruitive results, being situated on fixed up conclusion of the real self. And you can see somebody's inserted by working without fruitive result. Because it appears through the Prabhupada himself made a typing error. It should say, and this realization is possible by working without fruitive result, being situated on fixed up conclusion of the real self. And let's look at that. What's going on here? This realization is possible by working without fruitive result, that is, when you work without fruitive result. Being situated, being there is not a noun, it's a verb. It's not a fruit of being. It's being situated in the fixed up conclusion, the fixed conclusion of the real self. So we edited that. This realization is possible when one works without attachment to fruitive results and is situated in the fixed conception of the real self. How many of you are able to make clear sense of that? How many of you find it very difficult to understand? It's still okay, it's good. Which version would you say is closer to what Prabhupada originally had? The first one or the second one? Second one, okay. This is a fun one. This is in the 7th chapter. Naman Dushkritana Mudha Prabhajante Naradana. Those fools who are the miscreants, who are the lowest of fools, whose knowledge has been stolen by illusion, who are the atheistic nature of demons, lowest of men, don't surrender to Krishna. Here it says, the swine who eat the soil do not care to accept sweetmeats made of sugar and ghee. Anything unusual about this, or anything puzzling about this?
Is that a word missing?
Yeah. What's puzzling here, the way it stands? I mean, you know maybe what it says in the new edition.
Okay.
But what's puzzling here?
The word soil.
Hmm?
The word soil
Yeah?
should be stool.
Hmm?
Should be
Should be stool, not soil, huh? Eating soil is very strange. I mean, anyone know of swine, that is pigs, eating soil? No. Okay, here's the original manuscript. The swine who eat the night soil will not care to accept sweetmeats made of sugar and ghee. And someone put a little question mark around night soil. While I'm down here, and I have, down here, call up my dictionary. That's what night soil is, if you can read it, that size. Human excrement collected and used as fertilizer. That's night soil. But somebody wasn't familiar with the term night soil, and therefore put a little question mark. And so here we have the swine who eat the soil. Prabhupada was certainly familiar with the term, because he's the one who used it. And there you have the second edition, the swine who eat the night soil. In the prayers of Kunti in the Srimad Bhagavatam 1.8.18, it is said that the Lord is covered by the curtain of Yoga Maya, and thus ordinary people cannot understand him. Kunti prays, "O my Lord, you are the maintainer of the entire universe, and devotional service to you is the highest religious principle. Therefore I pray that you will also maintain me." What are the interesting points here? Okay, the first one is, let's look up 1.8.18. To get out of the index again. There we go. Line 8.18. Kunti Uvacha. O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you, because you are the original personality of Godhead, and are unaffected by the qualities of the material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all. How close is that to, "O my Lord, you are the maintainer of the entire universe"? And what does that have to do with the curtain of Yoga Maya? There are some problems here, aren't there? Here's the original manuscript. The prayer of Kunti in the SB, it is said, blank, that the Lord is covered by the curtain of Yoga Maya. And so ordinary people, they cannot understand. This Yoga Maya curtain is also confirmed in the 15th. It is said like this, blank. In this mantra, the devotee prays, "O my Lord, you are the maintainer of the entire universe, and you are so on and so on and so on." Does anyone recognize this prayer? "O my Lord, you are the maintainer of the entire universe, and devotional service to you is the highest religious principle." Hare Krishna. Can you borrow my cartels?
There's not enough RT, so.
They're not mine, they belong to Anandishra. You can have them.
Pretty much.
Okay, let's look at the second edition. In the prayers of Kunti in the Srimad Bhagavatam 1.8.19, not 18, it is said that the Lord is covered by the curtain of Yoga Maya, and thus ordinary people cannot understand him. Let's look at 1.8.18. 1.8.19 rather. Maya javanai kach jannam agyathocha jamavyam nalakshate mutadrisha nato natyantaro yata. Being beyond the range of limited sense perception, you are the eternally approachable factor, covered by the curtain of deluding energy. You are invisible to the foolish observer, exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized. Does that have something to do with Yoga Maya? Yeah, that's the right verse. Then, going back, thus ordinary people cannot understand him. This Yoga Maya curtain is also confirmed in the Ishopanishad, Mantra 15, in which the devotee prays, Hiranmayena patrena satyasya hitam mukam Sattvam pujana papranu Satyadharmaya Trishite. That's the way it was supposed to have been. And in the second edition, that's the way it is. In addition to checking with the original manuscripts, we also checked on occasion with the commentaries of Srila Baladeva Vibhushan, commentaries of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and found the same verses in the same places, and so on. So it served as a sort of double check. It is not just a speculative enterprise. So these are